Hey guys, welcome back to Thankfully Packed. My name is Chris and today I have a repot to do. As you can see, I'm going to be repotting my Fiddle Leaf Fig. This is also my first houseplant ever. So this is the one that started it all and it was a gift. I love it. Anyways, as you can see, she's definitely leaning this way because I had her in a window over there and I did not rotate her as often as I should have. So she was always reaching for the light and now she's kind of permanently stuck like this. So the plan is to not only repot her, give her some more soil to work with, but also to kind of fix her position. I'm just going to try to tilt her upright and then add some soil to support her. So she is due for some water, as you can see. Very crinkly leaves. They should be pretty firm in general. So I think after this, I will definitely water her in and shine up her leaves because I don't know if you guys can tell. Oh yeah, you can tell. She's dusty. Also, as soon as I gathered all the supplies to get this repot going, and if you know anything about Fiddle Leaf Figs, you know how dramatic and temperamental they can be. So this is very characteristic. She heard that I was going to fix her and she said absolutely not. So hopefully this is one of one and she doesn't drop any more leaves, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if she did. So anyway, long overdue repot. Let's get started. Say hello to my little helper, Kit Kat. All right, let's do this. The soil is also at the top of the pot, very common for Fiddle Leaf Figs. They seem to just eat up that soil and their roots like to grow like this. So I did do a little bit of research and it said that this could also be stunting its growth. If too much of this is exposed for too long, it probably needs more space, more soil. So I'm hoping that that'll also fix the issue that she hasn't grown any new leaves in a while. I don't know if it's just like a dormancy period, but I think that if I fix this and fix the lean so that she can grow properly towards this awesome new grow light that I installed for her, that will start her growth back up again and we'll start getting some new leaves. Okay, now as I said, I did plan on doing this repot a long time ago. I'm talking about months ago. So I do have everything I need. Let me show you the size of pot that she's in right now. Okay, there you go. Pretty good sized pot. However, I'm going to be upgrading her to this size and I've had this for a while. Actually, this pot that she's in was in this pot and then just sitting inside of the decorative basket that I thrifted. So it's just kind of been nestled in there and yeah, it's time. First, I just want to take a look at her roots and kind of do it with as little damage as possible. I'm really nervous just because these plants are just so sensitive. Okay. So this is what the roots are looking like. I really don't think she was root bound, but this is all pretty loose here. So I think I'm honestly not going to do too much. I might just like leave her alone in terms of loosening her root ball. I really don't want to shock her too much. So for now, because there wasn't much leftover soil, it was just a little bit, I'm going to refill it with some nice fresh soil. This is like my absolute favorite brand of plant soil for like my tropicals. And it already has the bat guano and the worm castings in there. So it's perfect. I have to add very little to the soil in order to make it what I feel is best for the plants. So let's open up a nice fresh bag. Because I need so much soil, I'm just gonna try to mix it up right here into this pot. Usually I would make a batch of the soil, add my extra amendments, and keep it in like a Tupperware where I would scoop it out, but there's just so much soil I'm gonna need, so I'm just gonna dump it right in here and mix it right in here. So this is what the soil looks like. It has some perlite in there, but I prefer to add a few more chunky amendments to mine. So I'm gonna dump some of this in and then add some orchid bark, some chunky perlite, and also some charcoal, which I have in a different mix that I buy, and I can show you guys that in a second. So here's where I keep my orchid bark. It is running a little bit low, but I think I'll have enough for today. Maybe I'll need to get a little bit more, but this is the chunky orchid bark. It's got, like I said, nice pieces of charcoal and bigger pieces of perlite as well. And this will just really help with the drainage, making sure that there's not too much moisture sitting on the roots, and obviously, hopefully avoid root rot. So I'm actually just gonna use all of this. So looks like that. So I'm just gonna give it a mix. Okay, so she was leaning like that towards the light, so I think honestly I just kind of tease the roots a little bit at the top, I can get her to sit in here pretty nicely. And that'll just still give me some room to water. Just a little FYI, as you can see, I'm adding soil all around at the bottom of the plant. However, off screen after filming, I did uncover the crown. So I wanted to cover that big exposed root ball that you guys saw at the beginning with fresh soil, but not the crown itself. The crown is the part where the stem meets the roots and it starts to fan out right at the base. And if it gets buried, it can rot. So just a little off-screen adjustment. Apparently I wasn't recording just now, but this is just my DIY pest control and leaf shine spray, and I'll put the recipe below if you're interested in making it. It's very simple, and I'm sure you've seen it online before. But basically you just spray it on the leaves like this, on the tops and the bottoms, and then you just wipe away. So I'm using some microfiber gloves, which are my absolute favorite, especially for big leaf plants like this, and you can literally see the difference in the shine already. If you haven't made a spray like this, I totally suggest it. The leaves get shiny, pests stay away, it's cheap, it's easy, and it smells way better than the store-bought stuff, in my opinion. Now, I wasn't able to pot her in here like extremely straight, so there's a possibility that I might stake her eventually, but I just didn't want to tease the root ball too much at the bottom in order to have her sit flat. So as you can see, she's leaning just slightly. Like I would like her to just be like right there. So it's not too much of a lean anymore. And now that she's right above the grow light that I have for her, I think, and I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, that she'll just kind of sort of lead up just slightly to get her top leaves closer to the light. So we'll see what happens. I am cautiously optimistic because she looks shinier, she's a little straighter, but like I said, these are very dramatic, very sensitive plants. So I'm kind of expecting a period of shock, and hopefully she'll recover. I don't mind if the bottom leaves drop off too much because I kind of like the tree look, and I'm waiting for her to get just a little bit taller so that I can chop, prop, and have her start branching out. But right now she's just a little bit too small for me, so I want to get her kind of taller and then have her bush out, if that makes sense. I'm just gonna water her in. So the pot that I'm using I actually got from Dollar Tree. It's really big. I think I paid only $5 for it, which is great, and it does have kind of a drainage system, sort of a drip tray built in. I think it's technically a self-watering pot, like you can make it into that, but it has like a little catch system at the bottom, so I'm not too worried about overflowing it with water right now, because I mean, it'll be difficult, but I can always lift her out, take off the tray and dump that and then put it back on so she's not sitting in too much water. Also, the soil is much higher now, so there's no real chance of the roots growing into that tray just yet, which they tend to do. And it did settle a little, so I'm just adding just a smidgen of soil just right over the top where I can see some of her roots again. All right, this might be just me being a little delusional, but I swear these top leaves up here are already kind of reaching up, and I hope that these follow suit. We shall see. I am happy with what I've done so far. Hopefully she gets the memo and starts perking up and doesn't drop any more leaves. Real quick, before I go, full transparency, it's been a few weeks, maybe 2 or 3 since the repot, and yeah, quite a few leaves fell off. And just right here, I just want to show you, this is what I meant by the crown. Anyways, like I said earlier, I don't really mind these bottom ones falling off because my whole goal for this fiddle is to make it look more like a tree. So trunk at the bottom, full lush leaves at the top. That's the look that I want for her anyway, so I'm not too heartbroken that a few leaves fell off. But yeah, as you can see, it definitely perked up like I hoped. No new growth yet. You can definitely tell the difference between this clip right now that I'm showing you and the one right after the repot. Also, here's just a little dry spot
This is definitely proof that I waited way too long to water. She got so droopy before I did the repot that I think I just took it a little too far. Oh, and I also got her this cute little mini Fiddle Leaf Fig. It's a Bambino, so it should stay relatively small. So I got her little baby, you guys. That clearance shopping trip is up now in case you want to watch it. Also, I love this lampshade so much. It fits the vibe really well, as you can see with this corner. I ended up putting a full spectrum grow light bulb in it because this doesn't really get the best light in this area. And honestly, it's been such a great combination. Quick tip, if you want the light to turn on and off automatically, a smart plug works wonders. It connects to an app so you can schedule the light duration. I do 12 hours and it just makes everything so much simpler. It's linked in the description if you're curious.
Anyways, that is it for today. Short and sweet, just one little repot or one big or medium-sized repot, whatever you want to say. If you enjoyed this, definitely hit like and subscribe. It really helps my channel out. I post weekly here on YouTube, all kinds of planty things. So if that's your vibe, definitely hit the notification bell as well so you don't miss my next video. Comment below and let me know which of your plants you are completely neglecting right now, or just a repot that you are absolutely aware you need to do, but you're just waiting until the last possible second to do. I can't be the only one. Comment below and let's commiserate together. I will see you guys next time. Bye.